Now it's official, Top Thrill 2 is coming to Cedar Point in 2024. I think most of us knew what to expect based on the leak by Zamperla this weekend, but if you haven't seen that leak, I'll quickly run through the stats for you. First, the ride leaves the station and goes over a switch track onto the main launch area. Next, Top Thrill 2 has a 74 mph forwards facing launch. This sends the train halfway up the top hat at 200 feet. Next, you get a guaranteed rollback every time down the top hat from 200 feet. Then you get another launch. This time, it's backwards at 101 mph. This sends you backwards up a 420-foot backward spike. You're completely vertical and you're high in the air above Iron Dragon, Rougarou, and Power Tower. Next, you come flying down the 420-foot spike and hit the third and final launch. This time, you hit the original Top Thrill dragster speed of 120 mph. This sends you up and over the top hat and then into the brakes. Cedar Point is marketing Top Thrill 2 as the only dual-tower stratocoaster in the world. They're also marketing this as the tallest and fastest multi-launch stratocoaster, but I'm pretty sure this is also the fastest multi-launch roller coaster. I'm not really sure why they aren't marketing that fact first and foremost. I feel like fastest multi-launch roller coaster is a little less confusing than tallest and fastest triple-launch stratocoaster, so I'm not too sure why that's the record they want to advertise. Like many have speculated, this roller coaster is being manufactured by Zamperla, the same manufacturer as Cedar Point's Wild Mouse roller coaster. This is going to be one of Zamperla's first major thrill coasters over 120 feet, so I'm pretty interested to see how this turns out. The launch system uses LSM technology, which I don't think we've seen on a Zamperla coaster before. This is as much of a prototype as the original Top Thrill dragster was. Even though the ride just got announced, there's still quite a few things we don't know. What on earth did hashtag CPPHP24 stand for? The park never explained that in their announcement, so at this point your guess is as good as mine. I was planning to livestream the announcement and have a watch party today with my subscribers, but Cedar Point announced it at 5 AM, so much for that. In the past, they've announced their rides around 10 AM, so I don't know why they chose to announce it at 5 AM this time, but oh well. If you look at the ride's page on Cedar Point's website, you get images of 3D renderings of the ride, and those share some pretty interesting details. Firstly, we can see they're using the same queue as the original Top Thrill dragster. This really surprises me, considering one of the main reasons the original ride closed down is someone in the queue got hit in the head by a part of the ride. I assumed they'd create a new entrance where the old exit was, but I guess I was wrong. At least this time it looks like it has more cover. Next, as you can see in the announcement video and all these ride renderings, there are no airtime hills on the ride at all. None on the launch track, and none in the brake run. I assumed they might add an airtime hill or two in the launch area, but I guess I was wrong about that too. It's completely straight. In my opinion, that isn't as exciting, but maybe there's an operational reason for it, like maintenance or something. I'm also pretty surprised by the launches. The first forwards launch is a little more than half the original Top Thrill dragster launch speed. So that gives you some idea of how forceful it's going to be. It's going to be a little more than half as forceful. In my opinion, a lot of the fun of Top Thrill dragster was how forceful that launch was. This new launch doesn't seem to be nearly as forceful considering the launch speeds. Maverick at Cedar Point reaches a top speed of 70 mph, which is only 4 mph less than the first launch on Top Thrill 2, and it does this in half the launch track. Top Thrill 2 takes almost double the track length to get up to speed. This means it's going to be a little less forceful than Maverick. But still, I think it's going to be hard to judge how forceful this launch will be until we ride it for ourselves in 2024. We'll just have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed they didn't get the 500-foot spike they wanted, and a lot of people are going to be sad about the launch, and this announcement leaves a lot to be desired, but still, I think this ride looks pretty cool. Even if this isn't what you expected, you still have to admit this looks like a fun ride. Personally, I'm really excited to get to Cedar Point in 2024 and ride this for myself. I'd love to know what you think of this new ride. Are you excited? Are you disappointed? Maybe both? Let me know down in the comments below. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.